Yeah, hey everyone, Brian with you from TheGameCommon, and we are doing our AI-only championship series. We are continuing with our Group 2 of our second chance round. And yeah, we have a rather interesting last couple episodes left, maybe last episode, because we have a couple still competing here for the top 3 spots. Shaka is by far and away going to be in the next round. So unless something absolutely catastrophic happens, and I don't even know what could happen at this point, Shaka will be okay. Rome's looking better and better, although it was a little touchy there when everything was loyalty flipping. Are they still in the dark age? No, they are in the normal age right now, so they're probably okay, at least for the time being. But I mean, man, a couple dark ages or another dark age and they might find themselves in another bad situation. Also, I think they're a really small army right now. Yeah, they have a very tiny army, and Yaverman has a pretty okay army, and he's right next to him, but Yaverman doesn't really seem to be too interested in fighting him. And then third is what's rather interesting. We have Poundmaker currently in third place, but Yaverman has some potential there to sneak in, and Korea honestly still has a ton of room she could expand to as well. Korea was like pretty much looking like one of the favorites in this game, but she kind of fell off just because she ended up having some loyalty issues, which is turning into a bit of a theme in this championship series. I think loyalty's been really screwing with some guys. I wonder how these would look without the loyalty rule set. The problem is, if I don't use that, I would think I would have to go back to like the base game rule set, right? And then would I be able to use? I don't think I'd be able to use any of the later game civs. So yeah, probably not gonna ever try that. I do wish, and there probably is a mod I could just use just to turn off loyalty and see what happens, but eh. Alright, so Poland is now invading Pachacuti. I don't know Poland's going to really be able to do much, and you can see Pachacuti just instantly blew up her field cannon, so I don't, or was that that might have been actually a bombard. I don't really see her being able to take much, though. Yeah, I mean, look at how much damage these walls are doing right now. It's gonna be kind of hard unless she gets some cores and stuff, and she doesn't really have that much large of an army either. Pachacuti is at 340, so he's a little smaller. Rome just really needs to start building up his troops, but he is being completely invaded right now by Yaverman apostles, so that's interesting. I don't think Rome had a religion though, right? I thought Rome was one of the ones that didn't get a religion. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Spain, no, they did have a religion. Oh, okay. But they're not going to have a religion much longer. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, okay, I guess they do have some apostles there. Yeah, sure. Okay, Cree is up here. Yeah, remember, Cree was the only one with a religion over here, which is one of the main reasons he ended up in third place, or is in third place right now. Now, with Yaverman grabbing some of Rome's territory, I don't know if that's going to change, if that's going to give him enough religious points to take over third place. We'll have to see. Korea's still sitting here trying to take over Kongo, and even though she has modern AT, she's not really doing anything with it. She also doesn't have cores or army as well, so she's a little weaker than she could be right now. And there's still a huge swath of land here that needs to be settled. Same thing over here. There's just a ton of room. So I don't know if Korea's going to keep popping out settlers or not. Also, oh, I forgot this. I did go look at the footage. I never actually saw where the Maori spawn. I think this settler right there though was the Maori settler, and I think he got capped by barbarians right over here near Korea. So what I think happened is I think he spawned somewhere out here. I think he landed, and then he ended up getting taken by barbarians, and then barbarians marched him over to Korea. I think that's what happened. It was weird because there was a time that the player got defeated did pop up, but the weird thing about it is I think I actually saw the settler in Korea before that happened, so I'm not 100% sure on that. And unfortunately, this was the one group I didn't save as, and in fact, I think I mentioned that in the last episode. We were gonna go take a look at it, weren't we? Maybe? I don't remember. No, maybe oh, no. I think I went back to the menu and then I saw that I couldn't. Hey. So, like, every group thus far, every stage thus far in the AI Only Championship Series, I have saved, except this one. This was the one I didn't save. I don't know if I showed the map seed, though, and if I could just type it in and put everyone in the same, if that would work the same. I don't know. Maybe. In the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal. I don't really think Maori are ever gonna really ever make a knockout round in this, just because of how they start. It's so like it's not a good start for the AI. They just don't know what to do with themselves. If they spawn next to an island that was wide open for them, then maybe. Like, if there would have been no Yavrman down here and they would have been down here, then potentially. But that just, you know, probably isn't ever going to happen. All right, next era happened. Yavrman got a golden age, normal ages everywhere else except Cree, Poland, and Korea. Okay, so Cree with the dark age. Is Spain going to be flipping? Doesn't look like it. Spain actually built themselves a pretty nice empire over here, I have to say. Religious emergency against Poundmaker, potentially. Okay. Anything loyalty flipping up there? No. Korea also had the Dark Age, which is kind of disappointing because even if she then grabs some of Kongo, she's going to end up losing it again. None of these are flipping, though. Remember, Yavrman has the golden era. Yavrman's actually now going westward as well with his religion. Dude, Yavrman, man, he is going hardcore right now in this religious game. He's pretty far behind. What's his faith looking like? Yield. Now, is that per turn? Yeah, this is per turn, and then this is total. Okay, so per turn, Yavrman's making 327 faith. Let's just double check this. 327. Okay, yeah, that's right. So he's making 327. Poundmaker's making 351. So he's gonna have a hard time converting westward, but eastward he should be okay. Rome is gonna be a bit of a problem because Rome does have a lot of faith and a lot of apostles, but we'll see. We'll see. And then score, Yavrman actually moved up to second. Yeah, Poundmaker fell. Okay, we were kind of wondering that. I wonder if Yavrman also got a couple wonders in there as well, because that was a huge point gain, and I don't think converting some of Rome's cities really would have changed the score by that much, but who knows. What was the other thing we were going to look at? Army size? Oh, yeah, no, we were looking at Dark Ages and stuff like that. Rome got a normal age again. Yeah, Yavrman is not flipping anything over here. Okay. Ayacucho is finally holding on to full loyalty, it looks like. Although, Shaka's going and grabbing Kabul finally. Also, Shaka really does not like Cuchito. He's sending a lot of spies there. He just does not trust what's happening. Yeah, it doesn't really look like anything else is happening. Okay, so do we have any late game wonders incoming? Yes, Oxford's being popped out and Broadway is being popped out. And then also the Osgards, however you say it, in Ruhr Valley, and the Cristo, they're all being popped out over here. Is Korea, remember, Korea had the highest science there for a while. She's popping out modern AT. That might change it a little bit. But the thing is, once again, without cores, I just don't know even modern AT is going to be enough to take it. And the other thing is, she just, like, right now can't hold it. Yeah, I mean, it's very unlikely she would be able to hold it, being an era behind. So yeah, I don't see any wonders being popped out by Korea. I don't see any wonders by Cree. Cree just kind of ran out of space. And when they started losing Spain, like if they would have been able just to keep finishing off Spain, they would have probably been guaranteed. But the fact that they kind of ran out of space just really screwed them. You are working on a zoo. Okay, I don't see... Those are zoos again. Yeah, I don't see any wonders over here for Khmer. And then Rome doesn't seem to have any wonders. They do have the Hermitage, but that's pretty far away, so I don't know about that. Remember when Pachacuti was actually looking really strong? And the sad thing is, wasn't it in the group stages Pachacuti had an absolutely dominating lead and then threw it? Poor Pachacuti, man. He was so close. He was so close. He should be in the knockout rounds and then just really lost it. So, we got machine guns popping out over here. I'm wondering if Zulu are going to be debating a war here. They're not too happy with pretty much anyone. We'll see what happens there. Rome is building settlers, which is strange. Not sure where you're going to go settle. Surely you're not going to go settle down here or over there. And they could go right there. I don't know you're going to be able to hold on to that. I guess you could also come over here, but once again, Korea's right there. Korea still has a whole bunch of room, man. I still cannot count out Korea, man. They need to catch up 80 points, 81 points. Is it feasible? She is working on Eiffel Tower. That's 15 if she can finish it. That's a slow build, though. And, I mean, a couple more cities, maybe? But there's still a lot of barbarians here. The other thing that possibly could happen, my voice breaking up, still tired, is I wonder, and they actually have cores now, I wonder, so you're just going straight for the capital, okay. I wonder if she maybe takes some of these cities right at the end, if she can hold on to them right before the game ends, and before she loses them to loyalty flipping. That would be a possibility. I mean, obviously the AI's not smart enough to do that, but it would be a rather interesting thing if they could, or if that happens. Dude, this is kind of a cool little city down here. Yeah, seriously. You got the Jebel and you got Broadway down here. That's rather interesting, like smack dab in the desert, and then you got a little mountain pass too. It's kind of cool. Mountain pass there too, but that one doesn't help. That one actually helps, although probably would have put it there. I really want to know the programming for the AI and their mountain passes. Like what's the thought behind it? This makes sense, but why would you not put one here? And why would you put two here on the exact same? I mean, I guess that helps you go here, but like this to me would be a much better mountain pass. And then once again, you have one here. I don't know. I want to know how they program it, because, you know, okay, having one there is great. Why don't you have one here? Because that's going to give you a pass into there and then to there into your capital. I don't quite get how they prioritize mountain tunnels. Maybe they just don't build them in certain spots because they're like, hey, I want to eventually build a, not seaside resort, a ski resort on it. I don't know. How's the war going over here? The modern the modern armor is still rolling around, but he's not really accomplishing a whole lot right now. He's going for Kongo, or at least he's taking damage from Kongo. No, I think he's just rolling around killing units. That's what it looks like. Sure. She's losing Shunshin as well. Cancels trader outs. No one likes us is basically the modern, or the summary of that. Yeah, she can't really afford to lose this. Is that going to flip over to Spain, you think? Who's getting a little more pressure? Nah, it looks like Kongo has a little more pressure on it. Dude, Kongo has so many cities. Well, I say so many cities, but basically Kongo has his cities back. Yavrman's still settling. What was this? Religious emergency against Yavrman and against Poland. Jadwiga? Or Jadwiga? It's Jadwiga, right? Jadwiga? Anywho, let's see which one of those passed. Active effects. Last Test and Resorts. They both failed. Okay. I assume, yeah, Rome's completely converted. So Rome's out now with the religious game. Yavrman's getting a lot of religious score, I bet, right now. So he's at 68. Remember, the max is like 100. I don't think we've ever seen anyone go over 100 on that, so... Anyone even close now? So, Yavrman might have the most now. Well, who had the second best? Cree had the... Yeah, Kree's at 78 with the best religion right now. Or at least the most aggressive religion. Or the most progressive, the one that has the most followers. Actually, I don't even know if that's true. The one that has the most cities. Yeah, I wonder if that religious score is based on cities. I thought we figured it out one time. I think it was like 2 per city, but don't quote me on that. The other option is it could be based on followers as well. And maybe that actually makes more sense. The amount of followers who are following the religion. But there's got to be surely more than 78 following it through this entire West Coast, right? Because there's got to be more than 78 population. So maybe it's 1 point for every 2? I don't know. Maybe 1 for every 4? Spain has the conquistadors, but they're a bit behind right now. Spain is pretty much out of it. Like, there's a few cities we can kind of just ignore. Spain, Poland, Kongo. They're pretty much just gone. Like, there's no reason to really even talk about them. Poland had a really good opportunity, I think. Like, Poland never came over here and grabbed this territory, which would have been worth a decent amount of points. The other thing is she was a little slow coming south, and If she would have grabbed Hong Kong and Cahokia, I think this would be a completely different game for her. Because she would definitely then have potential to start taking some Inca cities over here. But, like, she just wasn't really aggressive enough. And part of that's just Poland's AI. Poland's AI is going to be going a little more religious, a little less domination. And because of that, she just fell a little bit behind. But especially if she could have, like, triggered the Wing Hussar. If she would have grabbed both of these and then triggered an aggressor towards Inca with the Winged Hussar, that could have been pretty big. Maybe even down here in Rome. I don't know. A bit of a crap spot though, but hey, better than the Maori spot. Oi, poor Maori. The other thing is, if she would have gone this way, remember Korea did start here, but Korea's not really done anything over here. So there would have been potential. She could have come over here. Potential. Poundmaker's still in third place. Right now it's between Poundmaker and Rome, but Poundmaker's falling further and further behind. We might just... This might be one of those opportunities where at the end of this episode, we just let it play out. Because, I mean, well, Rome is going to lose this town, it looks like, to Shaka. If he gets a melee unit in there. Does that change it? I don't know. And then Rome is trying to settle on this one tile here. Cav versus the Cursier, which the Cursier I think slightly higher than the Cav, right? Cursier. How do you spell Cursier? Cursier is at 64. Cav's at 65. So no, the Cav's actually slightly better. You can settle there though. The Cursier actually won that battle, but the Muskemen Corps would absolutely wipe you because you have no HP right now. And Rome has a ton of Cav right now. Oh, you settled right there instead. Okay. Caesar Augusta. Huh, interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that town. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen Rome ever have that many towns before. Anyways. They just kind of need to hold on to this. This is still a very defensive spot, man. Because you got the river crossing and there's only one route in. Like, that is a pretty hard place to take. You can see, like, this bombard's here, but the bombard can't do anything. And he was going to have to move out the machine gun army if he's ever going to get, like, the AT in there. But I just don't see that necessarily happening because, once again, that requires the AI being a little smarter. So they did end up taking Kabul. I don't think anyone triggered that. And are they still friendly with... No, they're not friendly with Pachacoti. Okay. All right. What is happening over here? Do we have any modern AT taking anything? No, not modern AT. Sorry, modern armor. Still rolling around, still killing things, still at over 50% HP, but yeah. Chunshin did flip. That's very unfortunate. Wow, that was a decent amount of tiles for you. That might knock Korea out of it. Yeah, I mean, they're almost 200 points behind now. I still holding out hope that they can pull it back, but man, I just they're starting to run out of options and they're definitely running out of time. I mean, we have less than 50 turns now, which is kind of crazy to think about because it doesn't seem like it's that late, which it's not. Also, some people talk about how like these kind of games, like when you only go to 300, doesn't benefit the late game AI, and I kind of disagree with that because, like, for example, Teddy, if Teddy was having a good game, Teddy would have his unique units, his unique building up, you know. Obviously, like, Spain, who's not having a good game, he's still stuck in the Renaissance era, you know? And it's like, there's only so many turns you can go, because usually the AI is going to win by, like, 330, 350 on deity. So it's not as if adding extra turns really is going to necessarily extend the game out that much longer. And then the bigger issue is just the fact that, like, the turns get exponentially slower. And it's just, you know, not as fun. And the other thing is, I would say maybe in this series, maybe like 70% of the games, by, like, turn 300, it's pretty much already decided who's going to be, like, first, second, third place. You know, most of the time you don't have to go the full length just to see who's gonna win, because it's one of those things. Civ is very much one of the games that's just momentum based. Once you get some momentum going, you're just fine, you know, if you get that momentum rolling. Like Shaka, there's no way Shaka would ever lose this game. Like, he just has too much momentum. He will definitely win a science victory or something else. The only way that that doesn't happen would be is, let's say he goes for a religious victory, which is kind of unlikely. Eventually, I think they go to science, and then someone else like Korea ends up ninjaing out science, but I think that's somewhat unlikely. Speaking of which, he shot off the first rocket, has not shot off the second. Korea has not shot off any rockets yet, which is kind of surprising. She is building one spaceport, but what yield-wise, is Shaka past her? Yeah, Shaka actually passed her. Huh. which is kind of just shows you how strong Shaka is right now and just how much territory he has. The fact that he ended up passing Korea that spawns with all of these mountains, you know, and somehow, despite all of her bonuses, he was able to pass her. That just shows you how strong he is right now and how momentum just really carved out a victory for him. Rome's still holding on to Hong Kong. Are we going to get another era? Yes, we are. 6 turns away. This might make a little difference. At this point, I think it's too late. By the way, who owns Fez? Fez is no one. I wonder if Yaverman goes and grabs it. I think Yaverman's probably going to be secured in second now. I don't really see him losing second. Trajan's now pretty heavy into third, too. It's looking worse and worse for Cree. And we kind of said that about Cree. We said that, you know, over a longer period of time, it didn't look like Cree had a strong position. They still have potential. I mean, they got a huge freaking army here. But Philip's looking pretty good, too. Poundmaker 3,700. Oh, my God. Is he friendly with Kongo? They like each other. But this mountain pass is just ridiculously hard to pass through. Like, there's only one way in. And unless he gets, like, a golden age, there's no way he holds on to this territory, I think, because Kongo just is too large. Chunshin ended up flipping. Ganju's now flipping as well. But it looks like Chunshin's going to flip back, probably. We'll see what kind of era. Because Korea got a dark age. Yeah, so if Korea gets a golden age, they might be able to flip some of this stuff. But I just don't think it's going to make enough of a difference. The funny thing is, Yaverman is, like, looking really, really good. But, like, look at their troops right now. They are still extraordinarily dated when it comes to their troops. They could probably fight against Rome and probably hold on against Rome. I don't know they could take anything from Rome, though. Although, then again, I mean, their defense's strength is really high for some reason. Because they don't have any modern units, so I'm not quite sure why it's so high. Huh. What do they have that's just... I don't see, like, infantry anywhere. The pike and shots aren't going to give them that much. Muskemans would only be 55, 65, 75. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure. The Domri aren't that great either, because they're 60-something, aren't they? They're 45. Oh, no. They're extraordinarily dated. Huh. All right. Last era. So, Poland, Korea, Rome, Shaka, Spain. All got golden ages. Yo, calm down. Then we got normal ages for Yaverman, Cree, and Pachacudi with the dark age for Kongo. Okay, that's kind of what Cree needed. Unfortunately for him, Rome also got that golden age. I don't think Rome's golden age is going to flip anything. No, it looks like Rome's also at war with Poland now at this point. They are. But that means Rome's going to be able to hold on to their stuff down there. And he's no longer at war with Shaka. Did Shaka end up... Shaka's now at war with Spain and Kongo? So is he sending troops via water? No. But they do now share a border with Inca. So not much is happening there. I don't know. We do have loyalty flipping over here for Khmer. Only the one city, which is probably not going to be enough for Korea. But Korea is definitely going to be able to take Chunshin and probably Mumbai. And Mumbai's flipping too. Ooh. Ooh. But would they be able to catch up to Rome? Here's the thing. I think Korea's catching up to Cree. I think Korea's going to catch up and probably pass Cree. Although Mbamba is flipping over to Cree. I think they're going to be able to catch up because they got like 3 or 4 cities that are probably going to be theirs. The problem is catching up to Cree doesn't help them. They need to catch up to Rome. Yaverman's not going to lose enough, and Rome with the golden age, that's probably the clutchest golden age they could have gotten, because if they would have gotten a dark age or even a normal age here, they might be also under loyalty issues as well. Okay, we probably are just going to let this one run out. Yeah, we're at 23 minutes. We'll just let this one go for a little bit longer on camera instead of starting the next one. I could also just run this off camera, but I'm kind of intrigued to see the score differences. I think this is entertaining enough that we can keep this rolling. So Chunshin did end up flipping. Went to infantry. Now, that should mean Kongo has infantry then, because that was a Kongo city. I don't think it would take the units from Korea, because it was at one point a Korean city. I don't think so. Now, it actually says it's flipping back to Kongo? Huh. Yeah. Dude, what is with Kongo's loyalty, man? They have had some crazy good loyalty in this game, and I have no idea why. They don't get extra loyalty. They get more great points, yes. Yeah, he doesn't get anything for loyalty. Huh. I guess because his cities are just so large? Yeah, I mean, I suppose so. I think if Pyongyang, if that was a much larger city, I think this game would be a lot different. Okay, so Mumbai is no longer flipping, so Mbamba is still flipping, but this doesn't look too hot then for Korea. Yeah, they're not going to be able to catch up. Okay, I guess in this case, then we're just going to let this run off camera, and we'll pop back in right before the game's over just to kind of show you guys the final score. So we'll be right back. All right, we are down to the final, like, 8 turns or so, and it's pretty well over at this point. Shaka with the gigantic lead at this point. Yaverman surprisingly came up into second, and we called it. We called it from the get-go. We were like, yeah, Yaverman's got a lot of potential here, and he really, I think, did a good job. I mean, his religion's up to 84. Poundmaker's a little over 100, so yeah, he's pretty much the highest we've ever really seen the religion, but Yaverman did pretty dang good himself. And the fact is, he doesn't have that many wonders, but I think he has just enough wonders. I mean, look at Shaka with those wonders, but the big thing is that empire size. His empire size is barely smaller than Shaka, which is crazy when you think about how much room Shaka actually has. Huh, that's crazy. Now, the one thing with Shaka is, like, look at how big Jerusalem is. Oh my god, there is a lot of envoys at Jerusalem. How many are at Jerusalem? Okay, 28, no wonder. But yeah, if he ended up conquering Jerusalem, oh my god, that would be a huge empire get, I think. Well, anyways, and then Trajan's pretty well solidified into 3rd place. Potmaker and Korea both really disappointing, honestly, because both of them were doing so good early game, but both of them just ended up losing ground because of loyalty issues, and were just never able to catch back up. So those are going to be those 3 civs. Next round, let's see, second chance round, our last group stage, we have Norway, Nubia, Australia, Mali, Germany, Dutch, Mongolia, Egypt, Gorgo, and Gandhi. So we got a lot of early game units there, because you got Nubia with some early game units, you got Mongolia with fairly early game units, you got Egypt with early game units, Gorgo, Gandhi. So there's going to be a lot of potential aggression early game. Also, don't forget Germany, who's always pretty aggressive, in Australia as well. So that's going to be a rather interesting group. This might be, honestly, I'm probably most excited about this group, to be honest. Yeah, I think so, because there's just a lot of aggressive civs. I mean, Australia, Germany, Mongolia would be my 3 pick. If I had to pick anyone out of that group, it would be those 3 every day, because I would never pick ever against one of those 3. Although I will say Germany, over the last probably 2 or so AI only series, has been kind of disappointing. They just haven't been doing as well. But Germany has always been one of the more aggressive civs, like Teddy and like Mongolia, and so because of that, they usually have done pretty good. I'm actually impressed that Mongolia didn't ever make the knockout rounds yet. So if Mongolia doesn't make the knockout rounds, that would be kind of crazy. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, comment. Let me know what you think. As always, hit the subscribe button to the game, comment, share your support. I'll see you guys next episode. Later, everybody.